Hello, this is Molly from the CMSNet Help Desk. Today I'm going to do a webinar on the new pending eligibility screen. For this webinar, I will teach you how to create an interview letter and complete the pending eligibility screen. So first I want to go over the rules. For creating a new program period, the new program period will be available if it's 90 days from the current period expiring or if the program period has already expired. So the first example that I'm going to do is on a client that has multiple program periods being continuous, and the program end date is about to expire in a couple of days. Therefore, the new program period button is available. So to create a new program period or to view the pending eligibility screen, you can click on the hyperlink, the program begin date hyperlink, and go into the pending eligibility screen to see the screen. From this screen, if I need to create a new program period, I can just click on New Program Period button, and it will give me the new screen with the next begin date after the previous one ended. Or I can go back out, continue. So I'm teaching you different options to do. From here, instead of clicking on the hyperlink to go into the pending eligibility screen to view the information, since if you know that you're going to create and renew the program period, you can go ahead and just click on New Program Period. And once again, the system will bring you to the pending eligibility screen, and the begin date will default to the day after the previous program ended. Once you click on the New Program Period button and it lands you in the pending eligibility screen, the system is going to switch the screen and display certain sections based on your eligibility type. If you select Medi-Cal pending, the pending Medi-Cal information will display. If you select interview pending, the interview detail, the letter detail, and the known coverage will display. If you choose eligibility period, then you're going to just see the known coverage section. So in this example, I'm going to teach you how to do interview pending letter. So I'm going to go ahead and select interview pending for my eligibility type. Since it's an annual renewal, I'm going to select annual, and I'm going to choose my letter type as Medi-Cal. Interview detail is optional, but I'm going to go ahead and enter that information in. I'm going to make it a November 7. And the time format, you have to do it with the time, space, AM or PM. The name of the interview person with, you can do it by partial last name, partial first name, and click Find or the Enter key, and the system will auto-default the person's name if it finds it. Or you can do a search just by last name and click the Find button or the Enter key. If it finds multiple, it will display the pop-up window for you to select the user. The known coverage type, if you select both Medi-Cal and Healthy Family, the system will auto-populate the information into the residential, financial, and the enrollment screen based on your selection. Same thing with Healthy Family, and same thing with Medi-Cal and full scope no share costs. If you select neither Medi-Cal nor Healthy Family, then the system will not auto-fill the residential, financial, or enrollment screens. So for this example, I'm going to do Medi-Cal full scope no share costs. Case note comment. In order for the system to generate a case note, you must enter in a comment. If you do not enter in a comment, there will be no case note. So make sure you enter a comment if you want a case note. And you're going to click Save. Once you save, the system is going to take you to the search eligibility screen. Here you have 3 options. If you do no or cancel, the system will put the letter in incomplete status for you to complete later. If you select yes, the system is going to navigate you to the correspondence module. For this example, I'm just going to go ahead and say no. So no matter what, the system has already put my letter in incomplete status for me to complete later. Now I'm going to go do another example where I actually say yes and it navigates me to the correspondence module. So I'm going to go back to eligibility and reset, and I'm going to enter in my client that I know needs a new program period. So this is a brand new client that was just registered, and now I need to create a pending period for it. So I'm going to click continue, and this is an example of a client that has no program period at all. If there's no program period, of course the new program period button will be here. So I'm going to click on new program period. System's going to auto default my begin date to my referral date with the ability to edit. So here I put in the referral date as 10/1/2014 from registration, but I'm actually going to edit it to be September 1st. I'm going to do interview pending again, and this time I'm going to do initial because it's not an annual review. And I'm going to go ahead and choose CCS this time. And the interview date, November 5th, time 11:30 a.m. So make sure you put a space between the time, between the a.m. and p.m. And I'm going to do Molly. And then select my known coverage. This time I'm going to do neither full scope, no share costs, nor healthy family. And because I want a case note, I'm typing in my comment and I'm doing save. System once again asks if I want to navigate to the correspondence module to complete the letter. The previous example I select no, so it just put my letter in incomplete for me to complete later. This time I'm going to go ahead and say yes. As you see, the system navigates me to the correspondence module. You can type in a free text as usual. Nothing has changed about the correspondence module. If I want to add CC, you could. If not, click Save and Print. And that's generating the interview letter. Now, I also want to show you, we did on two cases. The first example, if you remember correctly, I forgot to show you the legacy screen, but let's go ahead and view that. If you remember, I chose Medi-Cal full scope, no share of costs for the known coverage. So if I go to the legacy for that client, my residential screen is auto-filled. Financial is also auto-completed. And enrollment is also auto-completed. My second example that I did was the brand new program period, and I selected neither. Because I selected neither, let me go back out. For this example, because I selected neither for the coverage type, as you can see here, residential is not completed. Financial is also not completed. And you can't even get to the enrollment screen because financial and residential is not completed. If you made a mistake, you can actually switch the eligibility type. I mean, not the eligibility type, the known coverage. So I'm going to pretend that I made a mistake on this one, and I'm going to switch the coverage type. Instead of neither, maybe I'll do both, and set that it was really both. And when I save, the system is going to say, do you want to clear and override the residential financial fees worksheet? Because the screen currently right now is blank, yes, I do want it to override the information. So I'm going to say yes. And I'm going to go verify. If I go verify my information, my residential is now completed, financial is now completed, and enrollment is now completed. So that's the end of this webinar. I showed you how to create a program period, generate an interview letter, saying no, that it goes to incomplete to be ready to complete it later. You say yes, it takes you to the correspondence module to complete right away. And then I also showed you how to switch the known coverage if you made a mistake and need to switch.